Bhodi Daishin here for the Italian Buddhist at www.italianbuddhist.com. Recently I read that the worth of our words is measured by how much they affect the silence. Again, the worth of our words is measured by how much they affect the silence. That is amazing to me. And if you pause for a moment and think about it, the worth of our words is measured by how much they affect the silence. How often do you think about your words? What you do, what you say? All too often I hear, and I've been part of it my whole life. Don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm not Gandhi here. These things that go through my mind and affect my heart and my soul and the path that I walk on. The point is, how often do you think your words? I hear in conversation all the time, good-intentioned people going on and on and on about someone at work, someone that they're close to, a friend. I hear people, I can't believe, and then he went, blah, 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 and they're talking about their friends. They're not even talking about their enemies. They're talking about their friends. It's like they love it. They love it. The worth of our words is measured by how much they affect the silence. The silence afterwards. You walk into a room, you say something to a group of people, you leave. What did it do? I'm not saying that we have to strip our words of everything, of sense of humor, or our personality. That's not at all what I'm talking about. Just that in Buddhism we talk about right speech. And right speech is beautiful when you think about it. Words that are nurturing. Words that help. Words that are peaceful. Words that are understanding. Words that are full of compassion. Or gossip. Spreading rumors. And acting as if it's the absolute truth. Making assumptions and then being angry at the people over the assumptions that you made. You made a scenario up in your mind, you're angry, and you'll tell people. And all too often what happens is when I do that, I'm not informing people of something. My words are, I'm using my words to get them to join my camp and believe the way that I do. And whatever topic it is. Instead of thinking and looking at my words, words can raise a civilization up from ashes, or it could tear it down. One word is often sharper than a sword. One word. You can. There are times when I would rather have a beating, that you can heal from that, than the sharp or angry or resentful words of another individual, or from me, running through my head. Words, the worth of our words is measured by how much they affect the silence. People come up to me recently. I was talking to a girl and she said, I don't like to talk about people, but. And anytime you hear that phrase, I don't like to talk about people, but, the phrase right after but is going to be that person talking about people. So I said, don't then. Then don't. And she said, what? And I said, don't. And she looked at me like a deer in the headlights. You know, what? And she said, okay. And she didn't. She didn't join into that little gossip thing. Ask yourself a question. Are you sure? Just every once in a while, before you say something about somebody or when you're talking, are you sure? Because if you're not sure, don't say it. If you're not sure, don't say it. One time I was at work and a person came, there was a girl that was hired and she was to paint. She was just contracting. She was painting the teacher's lounge at the school that I worked at. The person came up to me and he said, oh, there's so-and-so over there. You know, I heard she has AIDS. I said, what? And he said, not what? I said, wait, do you know her? And he said, I don't know, I said, you know about her sexuality, you know about her life. He's like, no. And I said, but you feel fairly confident and free to just go up to me or go up to someone in the hall and say, I heard she's got AIDS. The worth of our words is measured by how much they affect the silence. I don't have to do that. And I've done stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I have. I've done things like that. I just try to think. And sometimes I fail. I mean, but that's the beauty of life. So what? Get up. Get up. I'm not a victim. Work. Do it. Feel the joy of life. And sometimes it's just saying beautiful words. Sometimes it's doing more listening than talking. Sometimes it's being compassionate and peaceful with my words. You know, sometimes it's just saying something nice to someone during the day. I really like your shoes. Those are cool. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at how people respond to things like that. How would you respond? What, I'm a weirdo? You know, because I said something nice about your dress or whatever? Whatever. My intentions are right. I like to do that. And all too often, and more times than not, the response is fantastic. That's what it is. The worth of our words is measured by how much they affect the silence. When I'm talking to a person, let me just check my motives sometimes. Are my words so that I can, is it to educate or entertain or make someone laugh, or is it to jam my view down someone's throat or be angry at them because they don't believe the way that I believe? And now I'm going to say things to get them to believe me. Things. And all too often, my words could be at the dispense, or I can dispense my words against somebody else, you know, maybe the sarcastic comment or tearing somebody down or character assassination. You know, that's just as bad as anything else. That's just as bad as thievery or killing, as far as I'm concerned. It kills the spirit. You can kill the spirit of an individual just by saying a nasty word. And you can, as I said, build up things as well. You can build that individual up and enter their spirit, you know. That's all I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions, or if you would like to contact me at Bhodi, Bhodi, at ItalianBuddhist.com, or go to www.italianbuddhist.com and send me a message. Tell me what you think. I'm Bhodi Daishin, and the words that I'm going to give you right now are, I bow to the divine in you. Namaste.